Good evening, everybody, and welcome to my magnificent desktop, and hello and welcome. So, this evening, I thought I'd give you a bit of a run-through of the process of making an Angry Welshman Productions video. And I thought we'd go all the way from start to finish, and in fact, I've just lost the thing I was looking for. There we go. So, I've got an idea in my head. Basically, when you're making a YouTube series, I mean, I get asked quite a lot, actually, how do you make these videos on YouTube, and, you know, what sort of things do you need to do, or how do you do it using TrainSim? So I thought I'd just give you a very basic, you know, thing to follow if you want, and all the steps that I'll be doing, you'll be able to do yourself. So, the first thing we're going to do is begin our script, so I'll just bring that onto the desktop. This is a template which I have made for when I've been writing my own projects, but I will upload this template to the Angry Welshman Productions face group if there is demand for it. So it's a template, so you can sort of change the series name, the episode name, episode number, written by whoever it's written by, your logo if you wish to have a logo. Also, I've got this little table here. Something which you may need to consider when you're writing your own series is the character, the voice actor, and the contact details of that person. So, I mean, because of when I've been making Over the Hills, you have so many characters, voice actors, and then email addresses. That's up to you, obviously, if you want that, because I had to voice acting lines, blah blah blah, to all the different people. Because I was writing scripts over such a long period of time, I used to put this last updated and the date of when it was done. That was just to give me an idea of when I last worked on it. Let's have a look. So, scene number 1, and then you've got all your different scenes here, so you can begin to put your script together. I would say the most important thing that you can have for your own series, it doesn't even have to be a series, it could just be a one-off episode, is that you get this script right is one of the most important things you can do, because you can get yourself in such a confusing muddle, especially if you're making something like Over the Hills. I'm not going to show you the Over Hills scripts, I'm afraid. Sorry to upset a lot of people in the chat there. God, we got 31 people watching. So let's have a look. So we'll call the series the Sporadic Misadventures of Superpug. Change sporadic. Okay, I spelled that wrong. Episode 1. The Fish Vans. Written by Rhys Davies. Copyright of Angry Welshman Productions. Character Superpug will be played by myself. Email address. I'm not going to give out my email address publicly, so cheese@fishvan.co.uk. There we go. So that's not a real email address, by the way. So also we need a manager, and the person voicing him will also be myself, and we can just literally copy and paste that. But if you've got all different voice actors, you can get yourself, a list of all the people, all the email addresses, that sort of stuff, so you know who to contact to send the scripts to. Alright, so we've got our characters. So we're going to go to scene number 1. So we'll have a narrator. This is... we need to invent a little story now. So I've got an idea in my head. So this is where a lot of people kind of get stuck, is right at this point where they go, ooh, I now have to write a script. So what I've done here is actually the wrong way to go about it, just to show you. The way I normally do it is to come up with some form of idea as a bit of a storyboard. So in the first scene, the scene fades in from afar. we fade in to the engine shed at land deer dog, because I never use any other routes. Excuse me. Where Superpug is sat waiting for a job at the engine shed. So then the bit here, the scene description, I usually just put something in bold and text in italics, just so that we can have a description in the script of what you need to film. The scene fades in, or zooms in, shall we say, from a long distance away, and focuses, and the camera focuses on Superpug's face. So now you're basically, because it may be some time between you like writing the script and then actually filming it. So what you've done is you're kind of describing the scene that you have in your head at the time and just putting it on paper, so when you come to film it, you know what you need to do. This is the big... This is the small fishing harbour at Fishville. I'm just going to make it up. Where lots of fish come from. I guess they grow it here or something. Anyway, our hero, Superpug, was aching for a job. Literally, I'm just making this up on the spot, so it's gonna be crap, but I'm sure it's gonna get 20,000 views. So we'll see, because that's basically what Paniers are dicks. This is basically the kind of shit that I wrote, and each episode now has about 10 to 20,000 views somehow. So Superpug was aching for a job. Superpug. And then what I do with each character is I highlight and then put it in bold. Manager. So we'll go back up. Excuse me, Mr. Manager. And then, what do you want now, scumbag? Oh no, hang on, I need to copy paste that. So if you've got a lot of... I have no idea what just happened there. So we'll delete that lot. Excuse me, Mr. Manager, what do you want then, scumbag? You see those fish fans? Yes. I bet I could get them. I bet I could deliver them. In record time. No, you couldn't. You're a waste of space. Literally making the worst crap up on the spot. Fishville. Yes, this is Fishville. Where lots of fish comes from. Shut up, you hamster. No, now watch this. Right, then we need another little thing like this. Actually, we need to copy all of that. So we're going to add our next bit. So you've got a section of text. You've got a narrator's intro and sort of how he introduces the scene. And then now we're going to go into the next little bit, which is The scene shows Superpug back into the shed and snort a very long line of cocaine. Narrator. And before you could say the train now standing, might get in trouble for that one. Superpug backed down into the shed and snorted a very long line of magic power dust. White magic power dust. There we go, white magic power dust. And then we need another little clip. The scene now shows emerge from the shed with eyes bulging manically. Okay, so now we're constructing our episode. What the hell did you just do? Watch this. Wait a minute. Superpug. Weesh. So now that is the end of scene number 1. So there you are, we've already constructed a scene, so now we shall save. Let's just browse, we'll save it to this PC desktop as a Word document. It's very important, guys, because this is a template. I'll upload this in the AWP Facebook group if you want to use it. You will need to change it to a Word document. So then save. So now you've got your Word document, so I'll just quit everything. Where is it? Sporadic Misadventures of Superpug. Zach Yards is saying, yes, he said weesh. Well, I was always going to say weesh. So, there we go. Right, scene number 2. We got to do a bit of messing about with these things. No. I'm not going to teach you how to use Microsoft Word. That's not like what this tutorial is about. But if you know how to use Office or Microsoft Word, it does help you out quite a lot. Right, so scene number 2. The scene shows Superpug fly off at full speed out of Deer Dog. Actually, that's wrong. That's going to be Fishville. Superpug felt fantastic. She had never felt so energetic before. Why has it taken so long? Why has it taken so long to think of this? No, actually I've got a better idea for that. We'll do a close-up. Bear with, guys, this does take a little bit of time to get it all written down, but it is worth it. It does help you out when you're filming. Oh, yeah. Why is it taking so long to think of this? Narrator. The other thing I do is, with the narrator, I put the narrator's text to red, just so that you know that it is the narrator speaking and not the normal characters. Right, on the main line towards the docks. So again, this is like very basic. The scene shows Superpug back down to the docks and couple up to some digital traction blue spot fish fans. The last door banged. Men waved and shouted. The cocaine kipper was ready to go. I might get in trouble for that bit. No, hang on. Superpug was ready at 5 o'clock. Where's LOL when you need him? I can't remember all the words. You go. Superpug screams power and flies off. So then, scene number 4 will show Superpug screaming along the line with epic metal music playing as she goes at full speed. Superpug pulled hard. And was very soon on her way to the big city. So come on guys in the chat. Start helping out. We need to think what's going to happen to Superpug on the way. Go on, everybody in the chat. Let me know. What do you want Superpug to do next? Actually, I think I know. Scene number 5. The scene shows Superpug screaming along the line and crashes into a EWS Class 37 diesel. There we go. That's our episode. It's only got to be short and sweet for this thing. Right, so there's our story. So, Superpug. This is the small fishing harbour at Fishfell, where lots of fish come from. I guess they grow it here or something. Anyway, our hero Superpug was aching for a job. Excuse me, Mr. Manager, what do you want now, scumbag? You see those fish fans? Yes, I bet I could deliver them in record time. No, you couldn't. You're a waste of space. Shut up, you hamster. Now watch this. Superpug back down into the shed and snorts a very long line of cocaine. And before you could say the train now standing, Superpug backed down into the shed and snorted a very long line of white magic power dust. What the hell did you just do? Watch this. Wait a minute. Whoosh! And then flies along the line towards the docks. Superpug felt fantastic. She had never felt so energetic before. Why has it taken so long to think of this? She thought to herself. And then she backs down onto the train. Superpug was ready at 5 o'clock. The last door banged, men waved and shouted. The cocaine kipper was ready to go. Power! Superpug pulled hard and was very soon on her way to the big city. She went faster and faster and then crashed into a Class 37 diesel. The end. There we go. So I just changed the last updated because that is the date today, which is the 14th of the 4th. Is it 14th? Yeah, 14th of April. 100 and something years since the Titanic sank. And this is how we're, and this is what we're doing. Right, so we got our script, chaps. Superpug, the Misadventures of Superpug. Right, so now that we've got our script, it's time for us to go into Train Sim. So let's get filming. We'll load up train. Why? Why would you do this to me? Right, build. Scenario, Penrith Valley Railway, Superpug's day out. So I've made a scenario already. Just gotta wait for Train Sim to load up, everybody. So yeah, we've moved from the script writing stage to the actual filming of it. Probably should have loaded the scenario before I started the live stream, really. Now you guys sit and watch Train Sim load up. There we go. We're in the scenario. So before we start, let's just choose our weather. So I will have the Armstrong Powerhouse weather effects. Weather EP. So this is actually the wrong one. So then the next thing is to choose, set up your first scene. So we know our first scene is Landia Dog Harbour Station. And then choose the loco. So I'm going to use my Superpug. I've made versions with faces already, so I know what to do. So there's her with her normal face. And also we're going to add male, because we need a manager. There we go. So there's our manager. Actually, no, this is wrong. Sorry, I'll explain in just a moment. So this is in the scenario editor, so we'll just click play, yes. So then when you add things like people or cars, it's always better to do it in the world editor, because it loads in and out far quicker. This is effectively how I make Over the Hills as well. So, world editor. If it ever wants to load, mail, stand number 5. Yes, mate. There we go. There's our bloke. Make sure you just lift the feet so he's not standing in the ballast. There we go. The other thing to mention is when you go in and out of scenario editor, turntables do weird, stupid things. So we'll just fly around and then we'll come back. And look at that, the turntable is there. It's so weird. So what we'll do is we'll zoom out. We need to get this right. No, I messed that up. There we go. So now that we've got our scene ready, we need to do our intro bits. So if I go back to my desktop and fire up Bandicam. So I use Bandicam, you can use NVIDIA Shadowplay. Frankly, I don't care. You have to have some form of, what's it called? Screen recording software. So I've got that set up now, so I'll click F10, which is my record key, and I'm also using my Xbox controller, which has a USB so you can plug it in. So now I'm going to film the scene going in. So just nice and easy, just keep the joystick pointed in the right position. And I've just messed this up completely because I'm going to have to start it again. You won't have to worry about this bit for your film, but just to show you. Video settings, disable the microphone. Because while I'm talking to you guys, you'll be able to hear me talking shite in the video. So that's why I've just had to start again. So you don't want your microphone enabled. Record again. And now this time we can make our video clip zooming in. The only thing is I think that the mouse will be seen on the video, so we'll double check that in just a moment. Can be a little bit fiddly doing this. And it does take a few takes sometimes. There we go. And then a good thing to do when you've recorded it is just sit and wait for a few seconds after. Because you never know, when you're editing you might want to add little bits, take it away. So it's always better just to have a few seconds run off. So we'll stop recording there. So now we'll go back to our desktop. Raw footage, and we'll just double check it before we continue, just to make sure that it did record correctly. So this is the first one, so you should be able to hear me talk. F10, which is my record key, and I'm also using my Xbox controller, which has a USB so you can plug it. So you see that's actually no good now for doing it. So what I'll do is I'll just click delete, and then this is the one, record again, and now this time we can make our video clip zooming in. The only thing is I think that the mouse will be seen on the video, so we'll double check that in just a moment. Not really sure how that's happened now. Editing, you might want to, it's better just to have yeah, I'm not really just a moment. I'm not really sure why that's happened, so might be because I'm using Streamlabs. Yeah, I think it's because of OBS. So I can't talk while I'm filming, so I'm gonna have to redo that little clip, I'm afraid. Sorry about that, chaps. In fact, what I'll do is I can mute my microphone just while we're doing that. you know what? That's probably close enough. So there we go. We've got our intro thing done. So if we go back to our script, we could just refer to it. What was the first lines we needed to do? So we need to do Mr. Manager and then excuse, what do you want, scumbag? There we go. So we need a conversation between the engine and the manager. So let's go back. And I'll show you the way I do it. So there's my engine. So I'll just mute again. That'll probably do us. I didn't actually mute the microphone then. So that's our first bit of conversation. So now we need to have... Now let's change his turny thing. Way one dislike, yay! So the guy's actually facing the loco now. There we go, that's the first one. So what I recommend now is rather than just playing the same clip 3 or 4 times in a row for a conversation, is try and move the sort of the viewpoint around. Now, if I was doing this with normal faces, I would be changing the face and all that, but because I'm just doing a quick video to show you guys, I won't be doing that. And chances are you guys won't be using faces, so you'll just have standard locos, so this won't actually matter, so it'll be a lot quicker for you. The other thing you can do is take screenshots as you're filming, and then that's always good when you want to keep your social media people happy. Tiana Rose is saying there was a long silence. Yes, there was, because I am filming and I'll end up recording my own voice if I speak. So we've probably got more than enough clips now. So what we're going to do is we're going to film the bit where she goes back into the shed. So we click on the logo. And then we got to be very careful because this is the Superpug. And it will fly off at 1,000 miles an hour. Well, I cocked that up, didn't I? Let's restart the scenario. Just to put it in the right place. Ugh. Right, okay. So I restarted so the logo would be in exactly the right place for restarting. You could, you know, go and shunt it back in the right place, but it would just take you so long to do. Right. Let's try that again. Oh my god. So that's why Superpug was a very awkward choice. And it did actually go quite well. Right, okay, I'm gonna have to film that again. Because that didn't go brilliantly. Right, let's try again. Right. Right, let's try 40% cut off this time. I have a feeling we derailed. No, we just merged with the buffers. Right, there we go. So the logo has gone back into the shed. So we will go to the world editor. People are saying to use that one. I don't think we can use that one because that's before she had the cocaine. Now this is where it gets a little bit more challenging because we have to come back out the shed and stop in exactly the right place. AWP Superpug Manic Face. So this is after the... So I will be recording lines for this, recording voice acting lines. That'll be fun. Let's see if I can stop this in exactly the right place now. We need to have a bit of a scene where she's snorting, so we'll zoom out like this. And then we need to come back out and stop in exactly the right spot. So let's see what happens. Damn. Restart. Take two. This is literally what it's like filming over the hills. You film it, realise you messed up, start again. Might even leave the handbrake on, you know. That might be worth a shout. Handbrake on. Make it a little bit more difficult to control. Damn. Oh god. Okay, I couldn't speak. That scene is going in. Because that was absolutely freaking hilarious. Oh my god. I love Train Simulator. Somebody's got to show Chris Wilson this. So anyway, I now need to quit and restart because the scenario buggered up. Maybe like this, it might be better. There we go, that'll do. Right, let's set the points. Oh god. Don't derail. Oh, you derailed. Oh, we gotta exit and reload now. Right, let's set the road again. I'm on the road again. Right. Oh, I wasn't even recording that. Oh my god, that is hilarious, but I wasn't even recording that. Oh. Yeah, that went well. Oh, this is so difficult. Why did I choose such a stupidly hard loco to use? This is one of the annoying things about filming using Train Sim, is all the times you have to start loading and reloading. Right. Time to do some shunting with Superpug. Right, so we are now set, I think. So we'll go back to the world editor now, because we need to change the scene slightly just to make this a bit quicker for filming. So we'll also lay down our DT blue spot vans. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. LMS 20-ton brake van. There we go. There's our fish vans, ready for when we need them. So we'll now play. Pretty sure the road is set, so we'll set up the camera now, because we can, now that the loco is on the right track, we can film all our different scenes relatively quickly now. So you might recognize this scene. Since we're out on the track, we might see if we can film a couple more scenes. Oh, we've crashed. That's probably why we can't do any more. Again, we gotta reload. Wow, it looks like you guys are having fun in the chat. Wow. Come on, guys. And we'll just restart. Because it's just easier to restart between each scene. Oh, really? Oh, look, she's so high on drugs that even being off the rails, she's just like, yeah, whatever. That looked a little bit crap, unfortunately. So we'll bring her back and we'll do it again. Done it again. Well, that did actually work quite well, that one. Oh, god damn it. Oh, now we have to start again. Lesson learned for you all. Basically, filming with Superpug sucks. Because it's so unflippin' stable. It just decides to randomly throw itself from the track. We need a little ding counter in this video to show how many times it's thrown itself from the track. Oh, Xavier has just said that the office is ready for the first texturing. Fantastic. That is excellent news. It is a little bit of a pain in the ass trying to set the points every time and do that, but it's probably a lot quicker than any other way to do it. That actually worked out quite nicely. That's gotta go in. Oh. That has gotta go in. Oh god. Try that again. That is what I call perfection, chaps. Oh, we gotta feature that. Oh, feck. Oh, I just went from perfection to ruin. Right, so we're loading up again, and I think we'll just skip ahead to the next scene, because we've already been going for 86 minutes. So you see, even a quick video is only 2 minutes long. It's already taken an hour and a half to get it to this point, and we're not. I think we're about halfway through the filming. Actually, I think we are a little bit more. I need to put this Class 47. Train Central is asking, can the dock tank make a cameo appearance? I imagine at a certain point, Train Sim is just going to derp on me. Although I have to say, since filming, or since using 64-bit, it is a lot better. Right, so we shall put Superpug on a train. Did we have a dock tank? I think we need the Michael Whiteley. Right, let's just quickly refer to our script. So we've done the Weesh bit. Oh, we needed to do this bit. I completely forgot. Why is it taking so long to think of this? Superpug was ready at 5 o'clock. The last door banged. Men waved and shouted. The flying cocaine was ready to go. Power. Right. That's in our script, so this is the Superpug bit was ready at 5 o'clock bit. Oh. Chris was not happy. I could just imagine all the theme music playing. Right, points are set. This is where it could all be won or lost. This is where I need to be extremely careful now. That could not have gone any worse. That literally could not have gone any worse than that. That is a Hornby train set fail. Oh god. Now I have to reload again. This is so difficult. I'm gonna have to put all the handbrakes on these bloody wagons. Jeez. Christ, I've done, in this game session, we've done 10 miles. I think that cut might actually make it. The amount of outtakes we're going to have. I think we might just use that scene and just go, meh. Right. Let's try again. We'll try using a little bit less cut off this time. Right, let's see. Might try it here. Come on. Okay, so it's basically impossible to drive these things at any form of speed. And look, Superpug's still trying to go. I think we are witnessing a Hornby-style disaster. I can honestly say I've never seen anything like this in Train Sim. Loco train is actually being dragged on its side through the game. Right, I think we'll have to, we might have to admit defeat with this one. I honestly don't know how we're gonna do this without derailing everything. Let's try putting all the handbrakes on. Right, let's do it. Basically, if we don't get it this time, then I'm gonna give up. Okay, yeah. It can't be done. That was no speed whatsoever. That was no speed whatsoever. They just fall off the track. Look at them. Right, I think we'll just gloss over the fact that we can't actually get it round that corner. We'll just get them back onto the main line. And we'll just gloss over it. Oh, God. I've probably chosen the most difficult to stay on the track wagons in the whole game. Right, okay. We're going to go dead slow until we're out of this little bit, because I think the corners are just, they're just too sharp. Oh, see now, okay, it's not actually, they can't seem to take the jolting. It basically means that we can't use these vans because they're just not gonna work. I'm gonna have to redo the scene. We're gonna have to try some different vans, I think. Let's load them up again. That derailed with no effort at all, so they're not really any good, are they? No, Max's Hobby Productions. It's not the loco. It's the vans. It's the amount. I guess the sheer amount of torque that's being put down. I think it's the van. I think I will use the opportunity to go and have a wee real quick. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay. I is back. Tiana Rose is saying use the GWR fish fans. I can't remember which pack they came a part of. Were they Victory Works? Riviera line. Okay, let's try the Riviera ones. That is Dovetail Games, I think. Right, we'll try it with those then. We will have to refilm the scene. Actually, we'll just test it first before we do, because if it doesn't work again, then there's no point even trying, is there? Let's see what happens. No! Well, at least they stayed on the line a bit better. Sausage party. Well, we'll try again. And we'll just keep the speed down. God, this is proving a lot more difficult than I was expecting, actually. Kind of. Not brilliantly sexy, but workable, methinks. I think it's just, it would be nicer if if they were a bit smoother. Yeah, that's fucked it. So you can't go in reverse, that's just been established. Union Pacific X 9000 is asking, what will I do when I hit 10,000 subscribers? Well, we're at 7,369, so I don't really know, if I'm honest. God, I can't believe we got 50 people watching. Jeez. Well, we filmed the scene leaving the siding, so now I can get in the scenario editor and I can move it forward a bit. Xavier is saying the wheelbase on the vans is too long. Yeah, well the thing is, I mean it's it was doing it even with the other vans. I think that it is just too sharp. Oh, I just realised we're going to have to refilm this. Actually, do you know what? I'm not going to refilm the scene. Because that'll just add to the comedy that the vans just suddenly change for no reason. That only the people that watch this stream will understand why. This is too hard. This is just too hard. Stephen Hawley is asking what's my thoughts of the Armstrong Powerhouse Class 37. Well, I literally did a live stream of it last night, so if you want to go and find out what my thoughts were, go and watch last night's live stream. If you feel the price is a bit much, well, that's your decision, but firstly, I think it's well worth it for such an advanced pack. I think this live stream should be called "Let's Watch the Train Simulator Loading Screen for 2 hours," because that's what it's basically become. Right, slowly. We'll keep the brakes on. Let's see if I can just get out of this siding without destroying everything. If it doesn't work this time, I'm just gonna go into the scenario editor and do it that way. No, fuck this, I can't do it. This is stupid. This is absolutely stupid. This is not even fun anymore. Oh. So now you guys can start to sort of understand what is some of the limitations of using Train Simulator for filming, and some of the difficulties that I've had. And we've made maybe 1 or 2 minutes of footage for an episode now. If that, not even 2 minutes. Right, we'll just start there. Let's see what happens. Right, we're in business. Where are we? And before we derail and have to reload the scenario again, we'll restart. And we'll be setting our camera up in different places, because otherwise we're just going to really struggle to get any shots filmed. Ah, that is a horrible bit of track to film on. Why is all the trackbed up in the air? It looks stupid. Right, let's do it. Oh, for what the shit? Again, we gotta reload. Again, one of the things about Train Sim is I would really love for them to fix how long it takes to flip between loading the screen and everything. It just takes way too long. King Edward is saying it's been 3 hours. Well, on my stream started thing it says 2 hours. I started at 8:15. So it's almost been 2 hours. Let's try again, and we will go to the scenario editor and move it along. Oh. Well, okay. So the Smoky Joe has just become a Saturn V rocket, and we are now in the stratosphere on our way to the moon. Well, okay. We have launched into space. That was certainly unexpected, shall we say. Smoky Joe went full space shuttle status on us. I think Smoky Joe had a call from NASA in America, and they said, "Can you please deliver some fish to the moon because Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, they're on the moon, and the first thing they said is, "Do you know what would be really nice is if we had some landier dog fish here." That's exactly what we need. So we'll try again. I just restarted then because I didn't want to end up derailing and having to reload the scenario all over again. Getting some good scenes. So we'll just go back and check our script. So last old bang power. Superpug pulled harder and was very soon on her way to the big city. Superpug went faster and faster, but then crashed into a Class 37 diesel. The end. So we'll do a couple more scenes. Well, okay then. Pantygasog pile-up. The fish van pile-up. That's gone incredibly well. Again, reload. I think we've got enough scenes now. Right, let's do the bit with the class 37. I did not expect that to happen. Oh my god. Okay, well, that was definitely unexpected. Right, so I think we filmed enough scenes. So we can exit Train Simulator. I think we've fulfilled what we wanted to do with our filming in Train Sim, and to be frankly honest, I've had enough of that because of going back and forth. I've even put a little ending clip in. So the next thing that we're going to do, just before we start the video editing process, is we'll... Oh... I don't have anything for my video editing stuff. I might have to... That's my mouse. Might have to plug it in over here. So I've got a different hard drive for my video editing things. So I will remove the fan and plug in the hard drive. So this is my video editing hard drive. But we need that for later because I got some video editing stuff on there. No, we'll minimize that. Right, okay, first thing we're going to do is we need to start recording the voice acting line. So I've got a program somewhere called Audacity. This is a free download, so if you want to download Audacity, it's free, perfectly free. It's a very good piece of audio editing software. I've been using it for a long time. Let's just see, Samsung, Yeti, yep. Let's just do a quick test. Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, 1, 2, 3. And what you will notice with that is if you listen to the audio, test, test, 1, 2, 3, you can actually hear the mouse click because this microphone, it picks up everything. And if you listen to my chair, you know, you have to be sitting perfectly still when recording lines because little things like that, microphones will pick them up. And it will ruin, if you're providing voice acting lines for someone, especially if you're providing them for me, as I listen out for little things like that. Mouse clicks, sniffs, coughs. If you do that with your mouth before words, it really irritates me. So little things like that, either edit them out or just make sure you don't do them. And I'll show you a couple of little tips that I've got for recording voice acting lines. So what we're going to do is we're going to record our lines now for this episode. So let's just, I'll record them all in one hit. Actually, no I won't. I'll do them bit by bit, scene by scene, I think. Actually, no I won't. I'll do it line by line, and that's easier for you guys to understand. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my script on my second screen, and then I can keep the audio thing here so you guys can see it being recorded. And without further ado, this is the small fishing harbour of Fishville. No, I fucked that up. Right, so just before I delete this, I'll just show you what I did there. This is the small fishing harbour of Fishville. No, I fucked that up. So this little bit here that's highlighted, that's where I went before I started reading my script. Now you don't want that in your series because it's stupid. So what you could do is just highlight and burp, delete. So now when you play, this is the small fishing harbour of Fishville. No, I fucked that up. So you can remove sort of blemishes from your voice acting line. So let's just do another one where I could show you. This is the small fishing town of Fishville. Okay, so we'll play that back. For some reason it doesn't want to play. Mouse clicks. Breathing in. This is the small fishing town of Fishville. More mouse clicks. So when you're editing your lines, just make sure that you leave gaps between breathing in and mouse clicks. Now this will be a bit tricky when you're first starting out, but the reward is worth it because it will make the difference. So if I delete those and then, this is the small fishing town of Fishville. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And what you'll find as well is sometimes there will need to be gaps. And rather than having a gap, so if I start recording now, blah, 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 blah. If I just delete the clicks and then shift that across to the right place, you'll notice something. This is the small fishing town of Fishville. Blah, 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 blah. Did you hear that awkward silence in the middle where there was nothing being played? That's because there's an ambient volume in the house or the room that you're in, whether it's like a refrigerator running, fans, desktop fans, the laptop itself. You want to try and get your environment as quiet as you can. So what I'll do is I'll just record backing ambient noise for the voice lines. So if you listen now, absolute silence. Of Fishville. Blah, 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 blah. So we'll get rid of the clicks. And we'll just move that a little bit more. This is the small fishing town of Fishville. Blah, 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 blah. So you will notice there's ever such a slight difference, but it's not as bad as it was initially. So that's just a couple of little tips for you when recording voice acting lines. Let's just check YouTube. 32 people still watching. Wow. Let me just reload the page. Alright, let's record some lines then, since we're here. This is the small fishing harbour at Fishville, where lots of fish comes from. I guess they grow it here or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Our hero, Superpug, was aching for a job. There we go. So first line. This is the small fishing harbour at Fishville, where lots of fish... Little blemish there, and we'll delete that. And we'll delete the blemishes there. This is the small fishing harbour at Fishville, where lots of fish comes from. I guess they grow it here or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Our hero, Superpug, was aching for a job. You probably noticed there's quite a lot of echo as well in the room that I'm in, and that's because I'm in an attic and there's some audio things going on up here. So these lines are not brilliant. Normally, I would go to a recording booth. You can rent a studio for like £10, £20 an hour sometimes, and just take some recording stuff, like your laptop and all, microphone setup, and you can, in a couple of hours, knock out all your lines. But that's up to you. I mean, that costs money at the end of the day. So we'll record some more lines, I think. Excuse me, Mr. Manager. Aching for a job. Excuse me. Aching for a job. Aching for a job. Excuse me, Mr. Manager. Excuse me, Mr. Manager. What do you want now, scumbag? What do you want now, scumbag? You see those fish vans? Vans, yes. Yes, I bet I could deliver those in record time. So you see how we're constructing the episode already? Yes, I bet I could deliver those in record time. No, you couldn't. You're a waste of space. And you just gotta sort of go back and forth. Those fish vans? Yes, I bet I could deliver those in record time. No, you couldn't. You can hear, at some point when I recorded that line, you can hear me, the desk creaking. Those in record. You can hear the mouse moving. So that... No, I'm going to leave it in because I can't be bothered to stop and redo it now. We're already like 2.5 hours in. So I'm just going to leave that in. But if I was doing this for Over the Hills, I would definitely stop and redo that one there. Waste of space. Shut up, you hamster. Now watch this. Now watch this. And before you could say the train now standing, Superpug had backed down into the shed and snorted a very long line of cocaine. I mean, white magic power dust. Right, gotta get this timing right. Hamster, now watch this. And before you could... Hamster, now watch this. And before you could say the train now standing, Superpug had backed down into the shed and snorted a very long line of cocaine. I mean, white magic. Now I've got to get this bit right, and I've got to turn the volume down of this track. So this will probably take a couple of takes. Standing, Superpug had backed down into the shed and snorted a very long line of cocaine. I mean, white magic power dust. I think I might have nailed it on the first attempt, actually. Let's just turn the volume down quite a bit because it needs to be a background. The train now standing, Superpug had backed down into the shed and snorted a very long line of cocaine. I mean, volume needs to be quite a lot further down. The train now standing, Superpug had backed down into the shed and snorted a very long line. Little bit more than that. Let's call it minus 17. Let's try. And snorted a very long line of cocaine. I mean, and snorted a very long line of cocaine. I mean, white magic power dust. I'll just check the YouTube comments. I imagine a few people have commented on it. So let's see. That's got to be the opening line to the next Over the Hills episode. This is a small fishing harbour at Fishville, blah, blah, blah. Editing the movie. I can see fish. So sorry I'm not looking at the comments at the moment, guys. I'm minimized the YouTube thing just so I can type, or just so I can record these lines. It won't take too much longer. What I also find as well, when I'm recording lines like this, especially if I'm doing lots of them for Over the Hills, have a bottle of water with you. You will find that your voice will start to go croaky after you've done so many takes, especially when you're recording, because you're putting on a bit of a voice. And if you're doing weird accents, like a Flying Scotsman, then it can really mess with your voice box. So let's continue. What the hell did you just do? Do. Power dust. What the hell did you just do? What the hell did you just do? Watch this! Watch this! Wait a minute. 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 Wheesh! And now you will probably find that that was too loud for the microphone, because you could see. What you find, because I'm sat so close, is that it'll be like if you speak into the microphone. There is a pop filter on the microphone, but it might be too loud. Let's try. Watch this! Wait a minute. Wheesh! It'll be alright. So now, further on, Superpug felt fantastic. She had never felt so energetic before. Oh, I might actually change that scene around. Yeah. I know why, and I'll explain why. So this scene here, we will add later because of the way that we filmed it. This will be scene 2, and then we'll copy. Because of the way we filmed it, if you remember, we had to film. I filmed a clip with Superpug's face as we were going at stupidly high speed. But that was with the vans attached, so now we have to put this scene after because the vans are attached. It's just little things like that you have to remember. Right. Scene shows Superpug backing down on the trains, blah blah blah. So we'll put that back across there. I think felt fantastic. We'll delete that line. I'll start again. Superpug was ready at 5 o'clock. The last door banged, men waved and shouted. The cocaine kipper was ready to go. We'll have to leave ever such a slight gap here. Eesh! Superpug was ready at 5 o'clock. The last door banged, men waved and shouted. The cocaine kipper was ready to go. Power! That was awful. So we'll delete that bit. Ready to go. Power! To go. Power! So we'll just adjust the gain down a little bit, otherwise it's going to blow everybody's ears out. And shouted. The cocaine kipper was ready to go. Power! And shouted. A little bit more to go, guys. So, Superpug felt fantastic. She had never felt so energetic before. Superpug felt fantastic. The other thing is, as well, is don't worry too much about getting the timings overly right. As long as you left a gap, Superpug, you can adjust it in the video editor. She had never felt so energetic before. Energetic before. Why is it taking me so long to think of this? Never felt so energetic before. Why is it taking me so long to think of this? She thought to herself. Right, scene 4. She thought to herself. Superpug pulled harder and was soon yeah, cocked that one up. She thought to herself. Superpug pulled hard and was very soon on her way to the big city. She went faster and faster, but then crashed into a Class 37 diesel. The end. Self. Superpug thought to herself. Superpug pulled hard and was very soon on her way to the big city. She went faster and faster, but then crashed into a Class 37 diesel. The end. Right, there we go. That's the voice acting lines finished. So what we'll do now is we'll render them or export to the desktop. Superpug lines and save it as MP3. Yep. And it may take a little bit of time to render them. So before we close, what we'll do is we'll just save the project as Superpug lines backup. So we'll save that as an Audacity project, just in case we need to come back and tweak something later. Because I have done it where I've just shut it down. It loses all those files once you don't, if you don't render them. I just heard a subscriber notification. Are your wife and neighbours okay with your screaming at night? Well, no, they don't really care. And my wife's not here. I'm not living at home at the moment. I am away for this year. Superpug lines, we'll just check that they worked. This is the small fishing harbour at Fishville, where lots of fish comes from. I guess they grow it here or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Our hero, Superpug, was aching for a job. Excuse me, Mr. Manager. What do you want now? Right, so what we shall do now is open Sony Vegas Pro. You may not have this. This is a piece of software which I bought back in 2013. So, this cost me quite a lot of money, actually. Right. The other thing I'm going to do is just open a quick project on my video editing hard drive, working folder. So this is where all the magic is stored on my hard drive. So there's all the episodes. So let's just have a look. Episode 1. There's all the files needed for an episode. 882 files for Over the Hills episode 1. So there's plenty to see there. And that's all of what I've got so far. So, I think is it this one? Yes. So I will need that. So let's just make a new folder. Sporadic Misadventures, so we need that, and I think it's this one, the logo, PNG, yep, copy. Birth. And what we'll do is we'll go to our project, we shall import the intro video. So if you haven't already got yourselves an intro video, you will need to make one. I'm not going to show you how to make one in this video, but all it is if you've got a logo like I've got here, then you can just sort of do magical things on a video clip. So this video clip is just a clip of the Duchess, the firebox, and as you're accelerating, the chuffing is in the background, and then the AWP logo sort of does its thing. And then we go there, but we will have to adjust the size so that we can have the logo just in the corner, because we want it there somewhere. So we want the AWP logo down there somewhere. Like so. That looks good. What we also need to do is copy from our source folder all of the videos that we've just recorded. So actually it's all of those, isn't it? So this may take a few moments. Oh my god. I recorded 75 video clips, and that is 4 gigabytes of data. Just for this one video, which is probably going to be about 2 or 3 minutes long. Not even that. While we're waiting, we can have a look for our royalty-free music. This is all royalty-free music, by the way, just in case you're wondering. It's all Kevin MacLeod, royalty-free, so playing it on the live stream is not a problem. Trying to find that piece of music I had before, Audionautics. No, can't use that one. There was a good one. Is it Jenny's theme? Yes, that is the one. So we'll go back to, where are we? The Sporadic Misadventures of Superpug. We'll add the music. And we'll close that folder. We'll go back because there was another piece of music that I wanted. Does anyone remember what that piece of music is called? The piano music. I can never remember what it's called. No, I can't remember what it's called. YouTube Music Library, maybe this is it. Oh no, this is really massive. No, okay, I can't remember it. No, I need to go back, right. So, the Sporadic Misadventures of Superpug. So, let's get started. Drag all of them into my video editor. Oh yeah, guys, you can't just really suggest like random bits of music because you know, we can only use copyright free or royalty free music, which we've got a license to use. Can't just use any. Like, let's put the right. Before we do anything, we'll save the project. On the video editing hard drive. Superpug episode 1. So we are backed up. So what we could do now is we can also import our audio file. And you see that in our base folder we've got an absolute load of Sony Vegas reference files. Don't delete these because otherwise you'll lose things in the project that you're working on. So that's the total length of our video. So, you know, you can tell already it's going to be relatively short. It's going to be, what's that, 1 minute 40 seconds? We need to have the music at the end as well for the credits. Right, okay, let's get editing. This is the small fishing harbour at Fishville, where lots of fish comes from. I guess they grow it here or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Our hero, Superpug, was aching for a job. For a waste of back down into. It's gonna be around about there somewhere. This is the small fishing harbour. This is the small fishing harbour at Fishville, where lots of fish comes from. I guess they grow it here or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Our hero, Superpug, was aching for a job. Excuse me, Miss. Almost there. We almost had it. Aching for a job. Excuse me. Right, we want the thing to stop. just before. We want the camera to stop moving just before fish comes from. I guess they grow it here or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Our hero, Superpug, was aching for a job. Aching for a job. Excuse me, Mr. Man. Excuse me, Mr. Manager. What? Manager, what do you want now, scumbag? You see those fish vans? Yes. I didn't film the fish vans. That didn't go well. You see those? And we'll just adjust that audio clip there. Scumbag. You see those fish vans? Yes. I bet I could deliver. Yes. We'll just pretend that there was fish fans there. So we've cocked this up already. Right, I tell you what, I'll move that over there. We'll put this one. Yes. I bet I could deliver those in record time. No. Yes. I bet. Right, save, control S is your friend, so let's just have a little look at what we've got so far, just to give you an idea of what we're creating. Guys, 11 o'clock. This is the small fishing harbour at Fishville, where lots of fish comes from. I guess they grow it here or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Our hero, Superpug, was aching for a job. Excuse me, Mr. Manager. What do you want now, scumbag? You see those fish vans? Yes. Let's insert a video track and we shall put some form of text. So project media type, is it? By type, video, audio, no it's not, it's effect, media generator. We want titles and text, default text. And we'll, I don't know why I did that, right, okay. That'll do. See those fish vans? Yes. I bet I could deliver those in record time. No, you couldn't. You're a waste of space. Those fish vans? Yes. I bet I could deliver those fish vans? Yes. I bet I could deliver those in record time. No, you couldn't. You're a waste of space. Let's go back to our project media. All media. Those in record time? No, you couldn't. You're a waste of space. Shut up. Time? No, you couldn't. You're a waste of space. Shut up, you hamster. I don't know where that came from. Shut up, you hamster. Space. Shut up, you hamster. Now watch this. And before you could say the which one was it? This one? There was one of them that was absolutely hilarious. This hamster. Now watch this. And before you could say the train now standing, Superpug. Well, I cocked that up. It wasn't that one. Was it this one? Watch this. And before you could say the train now standing, Superpug. Let's try that. Space. Shut up, you hamster. Now watch this. Oh my god. And before you could say the train now standing, space. Shut up, you hamster. Now watch this. Oh my god. And before you could say the train now standing, Superpug had backed down into the shed. Oh my god. And before you could say the... So you can just hear me say, oh my god, when when we were recording. Now watch this. Oh my god. And before you could say the train now... This is gonna be terrible. And before you could say the train now standing, Superpug... Oh my god. And before you could say the train now standing... So we need to just move that slightly. God. And before you could say the train now standing... Now watch this. Oh my god. And before you could say the train now standing, Superpug had backed down into the shed and snorted a very long line of cocaine. I mean, white magic... Right, okay, we're gonna have to do something different with this. Now watch this. Oh my god. And before you could say the train now... of space. Shut up, you... Shut up, you hamster. Now watch this. And before you could say the train now standing... This. And before you could say the train now standing... Oh my god. Superpug had backed down into the shed and snorted a very long line... of space. Shut up, you hamster. Now watch this. And before you could say the train now standing... Oh my god. Superpug had backed down into the shed and snorted a very long line of cocaine... I mean, white magic... Right, so we'll add a little zoom in on this bit. Need to put the projection limiters on. Let's have a look at that. Of space. Shut up, you hamster. Now watch this. And before you could say the train now standing... Oh my god. Superpug had backed down into the shed and snorted a very long line of cocaine... I mean, white magic power dust. What the hell did you just do? I mean, white magic power dust. What? Right, so we need one of Superpug coming back out of the shed. And if I remember rightly, it was it this one? Dust. What the hell did you just do? Watch this! Wait a minute. Wheesh! Superpug was ready at 5 o'clock. The last... and snorted a very long line of cocaine... I mean, white magic power dust. What the hell did you just do? And snorted a very long... standing. Oh my god. Superpug had backed down into the shed and snorted a very long line of cocaine... I mean, white magic power dust. What the hell did you just do? And snorted a very long line of cocaine... I mean, white magic power dust. What the hell did you just do? What the hell did you... Oh my god. What the hell did you just do? Watch this! Watch this! Wait a minute. Whee! Do? Watch this! Wait a minute. Whee! Wait a minute. Do? Watch this! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Whee! Yeah, there was a little bit of a an oddity when I was recording that bit, so you just gotta sort of scroll along to find out. Wait a minute. Whee! Wait a minute. Sometimes when you're working with these files, because there's so many. Wait a minute. Such a big file size, it doesn't like to. Wait a minute. It doesn't like to play it properly. I don't know if it was this one. Whee! Superpug was ready. Whee! Superpug was ready at 5 o'clock. Superpug was. Whee! Just gotta get the scene in the right sort of place so that the continuity is the same. Eesh! Superpug was ready at 5 o'clock. Now this is where we got to start adding all the. Can someone, if someone go on the YouTube music library and find a good piece of music to use, just like the din 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 silly piano music, because I'm trying to find it. Superpug was ready at 5 o'clock. That's a little bit loud. And snorted a very long line of cocaine. I mean, white magic power dust. What the hell did you just do? Hey, watch this! Wait a minute. Whee! Hey, watch this! Wait a minute. Whee! We need the scene of him backing down the docks, don't we? What was that music called? Jenny's Theme. I don't think it's... there's a longer version. So all them scenes I filmed are probably no good anyway. I think this scene was where it... Oh, feck. I think we'll leave that bit in just for the shits and giggles. Oh, feck. Ready? 5 o'clock. Oh, feck. Super. Oh, feck. Superpug was ready at 5 o'clock. The last door banged. The last door banged, men waved and shouted. Oh God. Banged, men waved and shouted. We're almost there, chaps. We'll have something that we can put on YouTube very soon. Door banged, men waved and shouted. The cocaine kipper was ready. Okay, I'm not sure why that hasn't worked. Kipper was ready. I have to just reload the video. Sometimes when you're working with Train Sim or these files, they just randomly decide that they're not going to play in Sony Vegas. And then you just have to shut it down and start it up again and it works fine. So we'll see, will it work? It should do. Yes, it does. Look at that. Train Sim file, or recording things in Train Sim is just been shouted. Weird. The cocaine kipper was ready to go. Power! And there's the random dog shunter in the background. Which one was it? I think it's this one. Yes, it is. Oh. Power! Oh. Or is it that one? It might be that one. Ah! Superpug. Ah! Go. Power! Superpug felt fantastic. Oh God. Do I have the Thomas reskin? No, I do not, sir. I'm afraid I do not, Xavier. I think we'll just add all the failed attempts at getting the... Ah! Where's the text? There it is. Let's copy and paste that. What we'll do is on each attempt we're going to put number 1, create a reference to the source media. Oh shit, no, we don't want to do that. Sorry, we want to create a new copy of the source media. Change that. Number 1. And we'll change the location. Nope. Let's try -1 on our position. Don't even know where that went. There we go. Ah! Power! Power! Number 2. Let's just select that in selecting project media. It was that one. Superpug felt fantastic. She had never felt. Number 3. Attempt number 2. Selecting project media. We just call that question mark. This is attempt number 4, I think. Okay, yeah. It can't be done. You can just hear me monging out in the background. Right. Attempt number 5, new trucks. New vans. Done. Selecting project media. I think I just gave up at that point, didn't I? Superpug felt fantastic. She had never felt so energetic before. Superpug felt fantastic. She had never felt so energetic before. Felt fantastic. She had never felt so energetic before. Why is it taking me so long? Felt fantastic. She had never felt so energetic before. Why is it taking me so long to think of this? Why is it taking me so long to think of this? She thought to herself. Why is it taking me so long to think of this? She thought. Oh God. Think of this. She thought to herself. Superpug pulled hard on it. She thought to herself. Superpug pulled hard and was very soon on her way to the big city. She went faster and faster. She thought to herself. Superpug pulled hard and was very soon on her way to the big city. Superpug pulled hard and was very soon on her way to the big city. She went faster and faster. Superpug pulled hard and was very soon on her way to the big city. She went faster and faster, but then crashed into a Class 37 diesel. The end. Superpug pulled hard and was very soon on her way to the big city. She went faster and faster. She went faster and self. Superpug pulled hard and was very soon on her way to the big city. She went faster and faster, but then crashed into a Class 37 diesel. The end. Way to the big city. She went faster and faster, but then crashed into a Class 37 diesel. The end. Is anyone still watching, or is everybody given up to go to bed? We're gonna have the end credits up to this point, I think. We'll have to add some really nice credits in on that scene. There we go. Maybe we can make this little bit a bit better, I think. Let's see. Why is it taking me so long to think of this? She thought to herself. Superpug pulled hard and was very soon on her way to the big city. Oh my god. I might be able to went faster and faster, but then crashed into a Class 37 diesel. The end. I think I can add something a bit better in just that little bit there. Needs to be a filler. Let's put it at the end just to get the filler. Ah. She went faster and faster, but then crashed into a Class 30. She went faster and faster, but then crashed into a Class 37 diesel. 15 minutes until the Titanic hits the iceberg. Oh, that's right. It's 11:30. 11:40. All that time ago, Titanic hit the iceberg. Wow. She went faster and faster, but then crashed into a Class 37 diesel. The end. And just sends it to oblivion. Oh my god. I've changed my mind actually. I think we need the little zoom in bit, which is there. There we go. So everybody, before anything else, we need to add a set of credits. Credit roll. Rolling on transparent. There we go. Title text. So we'll change that. Narrator. Right, let's just see how those credits look. Right, that didn't go particularly great. We need to change the length. So the duration needs to be, that is the time 33, 57, 33, or 57 minus 33. 24 seconds, so we need to change the duration to 24. And we will change the title. I'm not sure why I can't edit the text. Right, okay. I don't know why we got to change all the colours individually. That's a bit annoying, but yeah, okay. Delete row, and yep. Let's try that again. She went faster and faster, but then crashed into a Class 37 diesel. The end. I think after 3 hours and I don't know how many minutes, just before 100 and something years before Titanic actually struck an iceberg, I think we'll have a quick full screen playthrough of the finished product. So I hope it's made it worthwhile for you guys. This is the small fishing harbour at Fishville, where lots of fish comes from. I guess they grow it here or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Our hero, Superpug, was aching for a job. Excuse me, Mr. Manager. What do you want now, scumbag? You see those fish vans? Yes. I bet I could deliver those in record time. No, you couldn't. You're a waste of space. Shut up, you hamster. Now watch this. And before you could say the train now standing, oh my Superpug had backed down into the shed and snorted a very long line of cocaine. I mean, white magic power dust. Oh, good God. Chris is going to kill me for this one. What? Chris is
What the hell did you just do?
Watch this! Wait a minute. Wheesh! Oh, feck. Superpug was ready at 5 o'clock. The last door banged, men waved and shouted. The cocaine kipper was ready to go. Power! Okay, yeah. It can't be done. Nathan, it probably isn't lag. It's probably because Sony Vegas has trouble playing the full quality version of the clips. So it's probably not lag at this point. Superpug felt fantastic. She had never felt so energetic before. Why is it taking me so long to think of this? She thought to herself. Superpug pulled hard and was very soon on her way to the big city. She went faster and faster, but then crashed into a Class 37 diesel. The end. What? What the fuck have I made? There we go. I will have to change the credits a little bit. And I'll have to do a little bit of tweaking, but I think I'll end the live stream. So we'll escape to full mode. I'm going to do a tiny little bit of tweaking just to get a couple of things a bit nicer. But I think after 3 hours and something, and Titanic has literally just stricken the iceberg. At this time, 11:40, the order hard to port, well, hard to starboard was given, and the engine is put full astern. So that's an interesting thing to end the live stream on. I hope you've enjoyed watching this live stream. It's actually been quite a challenging one because of the, these little videos, these simple little videos which I like doing, has taken a lot longer. This probably took about 3 or 4 times longer than any of the Panniers of Dicks videos to make. So, yeah. Probably could have done an easier one as a one to live stream, but hey. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to upload this at midnight. So the final version will be online at midnight. I want you all to share it to your friends. I want this to be the most liked video on my channel. I just want to sort of do a few people with it, because a few people said, nah, it's going to be a waste of time doing that live stream. So, I think it was worth it. I hope you've enjoyed it. And you'll see, I know there was a little bit of lag with the end of the video because of Sony Vegas, but you'll have a proper rendered version at midnight. So I'm going to end the live stream right there, and I hope you've enjoyed it. So rate, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.